It was good, y'all. So I was reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and I'm up to the part where Harry, Ron, and Hermione they're walking through these corridors, and Harry hears a voice, and he's like, "Oh, they're talking about how they're gonna kill something," and so they follow the voices, and they see They see like writing on the walls, and it's like blood, written in blood. Actually, yeah, I think it's written in blood. And then it says, "The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. Enemies of the air beware." And and then they see like this thing hanging from a torch, and they go closer, and they see that it's Mr. Filch's cat, Mrs. Mrs. Norris, and and soon the other students flood the corridor, and and people seem to think that it was Harry that did it. Mr. Filch sees the cat hanging from the wall, and he thinks it's dead, and he's like, "I'll kill you." But they soon found out that the cat wasn't petrified. I mean, it wasn't killed. It was it was petrified, and Mr. Filch is like, "Yeah, Harry's the one that did it. He petrified my cat." And Dumbledore was like, "Oh no, this is only no second year student could do this." It's like the dark arts. Only like a really powerful wizard could do this. And in a series like Harry Potter, there's going to be plot holes because in the in the first book, Hermione casts a petrification curse on Neville, so he didn't tattletale on them, and so it's obviously not a dark arts spell. But now they're like changing the rules of the Harry Potter universe to kind of fit the plot, and this got me thinking of like another major plot hole in the Harry Potter series, how like only like the venom of a basilisk can like destroy a Horcrux. Then how are they able to use, as I was saying, basilisk venom is the only thing that they can use to destroy Horcruxes. So how do they use a sword to destroy? How do they use a sword to destroy some of the Horcruxes if basilisk venom is the only thing that's able to kill Horcruxes? So like that's like one of the plot holes in Harry Potter. They use things to destroy Horcruxes that aren't even supposed to be able to destroy these Horcruxes. So I got this mic. It makes the audio better. And when I don't have a mic, I feel like I gotta like shout out to be heard on camera, but with a mic, it's much easier to be heard without having to like shout things out. And it really suits me because I don't want to be shouting out everything to be heard from the built-in mic on the camera on my phone. So like in a perfect world, like businesses wouldn't have to like do all this work, you know, to create a product that's valuable to the customers. And it's like in that Tyga song. What was the line? Is like, I need the gross the same amount as the profit. I need the gross the same amount as the profit, you know. So in a perfect world, businesses wouldn't have to like put in all this work to create a product that's valuable to customers. But like in like in like real estate, when you put tenants in property, they're not gonna leave it like they're not gonna leave it better than it was when they entered the property. You know, you put in all this work to make that property look really nice, and then you put the tenants in, but they're never gonna leave it better than it was when they entered. You know, maybe they have like a 6-month lease agreement or a 12-month lease agreement, and then at the end of that, the house is never gonna look better than it was before. And like, even especially with these people that are kind of like slobby, kind of pigs, you know, kind of make a mess of the place, and some of them leaving holes in the walls and leaving all this trash everywhere. And some of them are gonna leave it in like a really big state of disrepair. And and you know, it's a business. You're here to make money. You're not here for the love, you know. So if they're devaluing your product and you end up not making any money from the sale because they devalued the product, and now you gotta put in all this work and all this costs to fix the house, then you know you're not doing it for the love. You're not doing it to for people to like take advantage of the business. And like, all of these properties cost money to maintain, so we're meant to be like, the business is meant to be getting, basically it's meant to be getting more value than the customer's getting, because we're the ones who are in it for the money. So we need to be getting like a whole lot of value from these transactions with the customers. which means they should be keeping it really nice, you know, because we're the ones in power. If it wasn't for us, these guys wouldn't even have a home. We're the ones in power. We have this power and control over people who are beneath us. And so we need to make it more clear that we're the ones in power and they're not going to take one of our properties just to devalue it, you know, cuz if they wreck the house, then we don't really make any money, and it's all about the money in business. So basically what I'm saying is that in order to run a successful business, you can't let these customers take advantage of you. So you need to, charge charge high prices and make sure they're not devaluing your product so you can keep those prices high. And that's all I got for the video. Goodbye.